Good afternoon, future officers. Welcome back to Toppers Academy Daily Morung Express newspaper analysis for 22nd November 2025. I hope all of you are staying disciplined, focused, and consistent with your preparation. Every single day counts, and today is no exception. So let's step forward with clarity and purpose. As always, our goal is simple: to understand the news not as a scattered event but as a connected thread shaping governance, policy, society, and your upcoming exams. Whether you're preparing for your NPSC, NSSB, or any other competitive exams, this steady practice strengthens your conceptual depth and improve your analytical thinking. So settle down, keep your notes ready, and let's dive into today's key development from the Morung Express. Let's begin our analysis for the day. The first article for the day is India rolls out new labor codes. It is going to be important. Minimum wage, social security assured for 40 crore workers. So some new labor codes or laws have been put into place. That is the Codes of Wages 2019, the Industrial Relations Code 2020, the Code on Social Security 2020. In a landmark overhaul of labor laws, the government on Friday notified all 4 labor codes, ushering in major reforms, including universal social security coverage for gig workers. So the gig workers to get that will be important. What are the gig workers? You can even expect this for 2 marks in your GS2, right? Now, what is gig economy? You can prepare on this one. Mandatory appointment letters for all employees and statutory minimum wages and timely payment across sectors. The 4 labor codes are the Code of Wages 2019, the Industrial Relations Code 2020, the Code on Social Security 2020, and Occupational Safety, Health and Working Conditions Code 2020. So try to know the key important points or say provision of these acts. So under this Code of Wages 2019, it talks about the statutory minimum wages and timely payment of wages. Same thing, the Industrial Relations Code 2020 day, it talks about the faster dispute resolution and a 2-member tribunal setup role. Code on Social Security 2020 kuise universal social security includes for gig and platform workers as well, and ESIC extended pan India. OSH and Working Conditions Code safety standards karne single license or registration system, mandatory workplace welfare. So it wants up to, I can try to make a note on this one. Maybe separately be as a whole be over. So better prepare for as a whole labor laws in India. No, up to 10 marks lagatak level 10 to 20 marks tak de prepare kurle. I think it is going to be important for your upcoming exams. The reforms includes expanded rights and safety for women, including night shift work, free annual health checkup for workers aged over 40 years, ban India ESIC coverage, including hazardous process units and a single registration, license and return system. So this is going to be important, alright? So magkuanisna ito laga note palik taponabi. States, union territories told to immediately remove mislabeled ORS strings. Nagaland yet to issue directives. So the Food Safety and Standard Authority of India. So the Food Safety and Standard Authority of India, when it was established, our headquarters study has directed all the states and union territories to immediately remove from markets all fruit-based drinks, electrolytes, beverages, ready to serve juices and energy drink that use the term ORS. Mondo ORS ko naman kai. So ito all the items that are written as ORS. ORS together oral rehydration salts, or implying that they are oral rehydration salts as the ORS na. So ito laga full form pi huti tagi de exam de na science la portion de. Simple as but then if we don't study it be yat na hiwo tura sai sabi oral rehydration salts amid concerns over misleading health label confusing consumers. The Food Safety Security Authority of India noted that many products across the country were still being sold with ORS labels despite repeated orders despite orders withdrawing permissions for the use of the terms. ORS is strictly reserved for the World Health Organization recommended oral rehydration salts and medical solution used to treat dehydration caused by diarrhea, vomiting or heat. So it will be important as a ORS to ki karni use kori bole do it is in order for rehydration. So in order to treat when we have a dehydration, dehydrate hoise kole do maybe due to diarrhea, vomiting gan korsin nuli over korombra hoise kole do we used to take this ORS for rehydration. NIT head named in Tamil Nadu cost faculty probe. The head of a centrally funded technical institute in Nagaland has found mention in an investigation into fraudulent college affiliation case now ongoing in Tamil Nadu. So the incumbent director of the NIT Nagaland was also listed as an accused. Dr. A. Elayir Rumal, formerly director of Affiliation Department, Center for Affiliation of Institution, Anna University, now working as director of Nagaland Institute of Technology, Nagaland. Very serious issue, though not very much important for exam. You can go through this one. It is also very important. Tejas crash, deceased pilot identified as Wing Commander Naman Sial. So our Tejas, it is an indigenously developed aircraft by the Hindustan Aeronautical Limited (HAL), built by HAL. So it will annually Tejas flight to Kia as a Arokumbra Pil Kurshena. It is a single engine aircraft. Okay, so it had a crash where Gulido, I think in Dubai during an air show. So the Indian Air Force pilot who was killed in a tragic incident after a Tejas fighter jet crashed during a demonstration at the Dubai Air Show on Friday has been identified as Wing Commander Naman Sial. It has been developed or built by the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. It is so unfortunate. Nagaland Legislative Assembly announces vacancy of 28 Koritang Assembly seat. So the Nagaland Legislative Assembly has announced that 28 Koritang Assembly seat constituency has fallen vacant following the death of Shri Imkong Il Imchen on November 11. So itu by election thakibo. So itu what is by election ekbar you please study in your polity portion. Alright. Nagaland Karo community celebrates Wangala festival. So for exam they might ask Wangala festival ki tribal festival as ito hutiu bare. So it is Karo. The Wangala Mini Hornbill Tribal Festival organized by the Nagaland Karo Tribe Council commenced at Eralipil village in Dimapur. The Wangala festival is a Thanksgiving ceremony. So what kind of a festival is the Wangala festival? That also we should know. Not only the Wangala, the rest of the rest tribe, the rest of the Naga tribe, Kiki festival is sub laga significance, date, kiman days, aro the different games and folk dance, the folk songs, or say some folk tale associated with it if there is any, and the traditions or say customs that they follow during during this period. It will be a study kurbi. It will be important ase. So the Wangala is a Thanksgiving ceremony to Missy such long for having placed human being with rich harvest. It is the most significant. It is a boss harvest festival, right? It's a boss harvest festival of the Karos, generally held in the month of October to November. Child Rights Week. Kuti loishi to the important no man. Will be says Child Rights Week. So Child Rights Week was observed from November 14. That is the Children's Day till 20. So it is like 6 days with a series of events focused on the theme. So this year laga Child Rights Week la theme ki every child matters, every right counts. This year la theme is every child matters and every right counts. Alright. Nagaland receives 3.93 crores in developmental aid. The Northeast Council. Now Northeast Council likutu states as a Sabi. and then when it was established, if I'm not wrong, 1971 nasnegi. Yes, so has released over rupees 3.93 crores for 4 developmental projects in Nagaland under the scheme of Northeast Council. So scheme of Northeast Council. The fund allocation is aimed at accelerating growth and infrastructure development in the state. The projects and their allocation amounts are as follows. Setting up of 2 units of piglet production farm in Nihoto and Vitima village in Dimapur, rupees 1.31 crores. Project cost. Construction of a working women hostel at Kohima, rupees 1.50 crores. There's 1 crore 50 lakhs. Infrastructure development at Kohima Orphanage Home, rupees 90.12 lakhs. Conservation and propagation of indigenous fodder for sustainable livestock development, 22.25 lakhs. The total amount released for the Nagaland stands at the rupees 3 crores 93 lakhs 79,000. A model dairy farm project in Nagaland completed in October 2025 has led to the production of an estimated 37.5 tons of liquid milk in a single lactating cycle. It's very important as Nagaland Legislative Assembly Speaker calls on Vice President and Om Birla submits CPA, that is the Commonwealth Parliamentary Affairs Conference resolution that was held in Nagaland. So they went to meet the Vice President of India. This is our new Vice President. If I'm not wrong, then I think he's the 17th Vice President of India. Accompanied by Secretary in Charge Krohitono Rio with Vice President C.P. Radhakrishnan. So it was a C.P. Radhakrishnan. This is our speaker, NLS speaker, Sheringain Longkomer. Nagaland Legislative Assembly Speaker Sheringain Longkomer, accompanied by Secretary in Charge Krohitono Rio, made a courtesy call on the Vice President C.P. Radhakrishnan on November 18 in New Delhi. During the meeting, Longkomer apprised the Vice President of the successful conduct of the 22nd edition of the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association, India Zone 3. So we are falling under the Zone 3 conference held recently in Nagaland. So Zone 3 though I think it will Northeast State kan ho. So he also briefed him on the 9 resolutions adopted at the conference, including issues highlighted by the Nagaland Chief Minister during this plenary session. It also expressed support for the resolution, particularly the proposal to upgrade Kohima Medical College to a central institute on the lines of AIMS or RIMS in Imphal. So it will be bishi important hojabo. Kutula Nagaland Medical College upgrade krole ase proposal course during the parliamentary associations laga meet conference de kulido. It was a Kohima Medical College. Kohima Medical College will be upgraded to central institute, to the level of a central institute on the lines of AIMS, All Indian Institute of Medical Science, and RIMS in Imphal. Okay. Northeast Renewable Energy and Electric Vehicle Expo 2025. The second edition of the Northeast Renewable Energy and Electric Vehicle Expo NEREVE 2025 to it was held at Sarusajai Stadium in Guwahati. Pradhan Mantri NAPS National Apprenticeship Scheme Thrive aims to equip Nagaland youth for industries. Itu Pradhan Mantri NAPS lagade, make a note on 5 marks to 10 marks. You can always use them in your essays also. Okay, so this is not only important for your GS2 or say prelims and GS1 as a current affairs, but then it is also important for your essay if questions are asked on skill, if question is asked on employment, if question is asked on empowerment and all. So government support, all this is going to be very important. So an awareness and registration drive on the Pradhan Mantri National Apprenticeship Promotion Scheme was conducted at Government Industrial Training Institute in Kohima. So ito Kohima de thakise ITI dina Industrial Training Institute Kohima de. EPFO officials meet Nagaland Chief Secretary. Who is the present Nagaland Chief Secretary? He is Sri Cindy Younger Imchen, IAS. I think he's a 1991 or 1992 page IAS officer. Senior officials from the Employees Provident Fund organization met with the Chief Secretary of Nagaland to discuss the implementation of the central government social security schemes in the state. So you have to make a note on EPFO. What is this Employees Provident Fund organization? Because itu Nagaland mo fully implement korle try kore ase, to it is going to be very important as an officer and as an aspirant, as a concerned citizen, that we should know about this. It might come for your descriptive, chutu ita ebo bare 2 mark palu na 5 mark takte. It might come for your GS1 or prelims, and maybe it might even be asked during your viva. So it will be study korbe. Ukraine la president ko naze Volodymyr Zelensky aze. I won't be discussing on the details. This is the flight. Indian Air Force la fighter jet crashes during the Dubai Air Show. To be important ho. MOU worth 3,000 crores signed for development of inland waterways in Northeast. This is going to be one of the most asked question in the days to come. All right. So one all of short brief process ho. IWAI Inland Waterways Authority of India plans water transport at Toyang, water sports and tourism at None and Shiloi Lake in Nagaland. So Shiloi Lake भी Nagaland को जैसे Noni Lake को जैसे जानिबी, Toyang Lake लगा flow जानिबी, tributaries जानिबी. Hey, it is important whole as a. The inland waterways that will form a part of your Nagaland geography. When you talk about the papers, Nagaland geography. The Inland Waterway Authority of India has entered into agreement worth rupees 3,000 crores with various stakeholders for developing the sector and boosting industrial connectivity in the Northeast. Official statement. So itu do Northeast states ladi chaka alag te project karne ase Nagaland nikla karne noi 3,000 crores to. So in the case of Nagaland karne ki tigina ase gule to one size abo. It is a centrally sponsored scheme. Okay, itu jani wala centrally sponsored scheme. In Nagaland, the Inland Waterway Authority of India is preparing TPR. TPR la matlab to as a detailed project reports. Okay, so when you become an officer, this is also going to be very important. TPR. Okay, and those who are doing business or those who are looking into the schemes and all, avana karne bhi important as a TPR, detailed project report, for developing the inland water transport facility at the Toyang Lake and for promoting water sports and tourism. Okay, to Toyang dido water transport facilities ekta ase. Tizu River dibe kiba ekta panawale plan kora ase International Southeast Asia connect korle dibe parsai sabi. In the meantime, also study that promoting water sports and tourism at the Noni Lake and Shiloi Lake under the centrally sponsored scheme. Okay. This is also very good and interesting. She won finally. Mexico's bullet pageant contestant gets payback by capturing Miss Universe crown. I also saw this while watching some videos where she was humiliated by the organizer, the president of the the organizing team in Mexico, and how she stood up for her rights and how her competitors or say friends also stood for her, and then they walked out of this room. So it's a controversy thagise. I'm happy that she won. She's quite talented. Let's see. Kiniga say her name is Fatima Bosch Fernandez. Fatima Bosch Fernandez. Remember this name. Going to be very important for your exam. Okay. Allah can be important as a Miss World, Mrs. World, and Miss Universe, but this time it is important as this has been in the news. Ekdam hot topic thagise ito na because of this controversy that happened. So Fatima Bosch Fernandez, she is from Mexico, was crowned Miss Universe of the year 2025 on Friday. A dramatic victory for a 25-year-old at the center of the turbulent 74th staging of the popular beauty pageant in Bangkok. So this year Bangkok te thagise Thailand de. This year Miss Universe ko thaisule Bangkok Thailand de thagise. Kiman de edition thagise 74th edition thagise. Kun chi dishe Miss Fatima Bosch Fernandez dishe from Mexico, who stood up to public polling from one of the hosts. So the first runner-up was 29-year-old Pravinar Singh of Thailand. So runners-up bit one to pro lage ko anishina ajikali winner kun ase duglan hode was the runners-up bi huti thage to important hoise. So runners-up bi sailobi, her name is Pravinar Singh of Thailand. So at the live streaming, at the live streamed sashing ceremony for virtually all 130 contestants on November 4th, Thai National Director, it was him, the Thai National Director Nawat Itsara Kirisil, I cannot pronounce his name, I'm sorry, hectored Bosch for allegedly not following his guideline for taking part in local promotional activities. He called security when she spoke up to defend herself. Bosch walked out of the room, joined by several others in a show of solidarity, including Miss Universe of 2024 Victoria Kjaer Dilvik of Denmark. We women look more beautiful when we raise our voice and participate, because that has to do with the recognition of our rights, she said. Nawat later made apologies for his action, appearing both tearful and defiant at the same time. Mexico's first woman president, Mexico, who is the present president of Mexico. And the very interesting part is she is the first woman to become a president of Mexico. Okay, her name is Claudia Sheinbaum. So questions might also be asked like this: Claudia Sheinbaum becomes the first woman president of which country? So you will also have to know that. Okay, Imagiland or Imagiland 2025 during the Hornbill Festival announced. Imagination announced the return of Imagiland 2025, a 10-day festival of fun and music during the Hornbill Festival 2025 from December 1 to 10 at the Naka Heritage Village in Kisama. This initiative is designed to offer a fun-filled experience alongside Hornbill, bringing the best of both worlds side by side, complementing Nakaland's stature as a premier cultural tourism destination, stated a press release. From 10 a.m. onwards, Imagiland transforms Kisama into a massive imaginative children's park. This space is curated to be a safe, engaging, and an exciting environment for children and families. Key highlight for a wholesome daytime experience include interactive fun, dedicated children's activity zones, mini games corner, and puzzle learning. Corners to corners creative corner expression, a kid art exhibition thakibo, kids custom contest thakibo, flair winter cos fest thakibo, esports kan thakibo, aru alak kan bisha je nook corner de book nok to ki ase gulido a corner to read and discover books. Okay, abuni moi iman detail ni jabo nijor salwi. Dr. D. Au Girls National Football Championship will start from today ko ase. So itu tu Chumukitima Stadium dikhilas de. Chumukitima Football Stadium for the forthcoming Dr. Daliman Au Junior Girls National Football Championship Tier 2. So itu Dr. Daliman Au Pikun takise, Dr. D. Au kun takise, why Taila football the contribution ki takise, itu one power size par. Australian Open, Lakshya Sen defeats Ayush Shetty to end the semis. Itu khatam hoise bole he important nabo. For now though, it is not important. Guwahati set to debut as a test center, putting Northeast on cricket's oldest format map. So Guwahati bhi khili bole ase test cricket. Captain kun ase Rishabh Pant ho de. Test cricket italado test cricket de Rishabh Pant will be the captain because Shubman Gill is injured. So I think that is all for the day. Exams are very much coming nearer. Just say you have around 18 days excluding that 11 and 12. So itala time to do revision kola time ase. You don't have the time to study things new. You try to revise at least 2 times whatever you have studied in these 18 days and keep yourself consistent. All of comedy enjoy karbi. Alwi khalo tik kabi. Stay healthy, stay hydrated, and study hard. And I wish you all the very best. That is all for the day. So I'll see you all tomorrow.